right, let's bring up our next competitor, Matt Katas, the co-founder and CEO of Brew Gentleman. Matt, come on up. Did I get the last name right? Katas? Katase. Katase. I'm going to Katase it to you right now. Boo!
Can I get the timer restarted, please? Or
Go ahead.
okay, awesome. Hey everyone, I'm Matt. This is Asa, and we are the co-founders of the Brew Gentleman Beer Company in Braddock, Pennsylvania. The Brew Gentleman Beer Company's mission is to provide elegant and meaningful experiences through exceptional beer, thoughtful hospitality, and attention to detail. This is Braddock, and in the far background, Pittsburgh, where our story began. Ace and I arrived in Pittsburgh from Boston and Hawaii, respectively, back in 2008 to attend Carnegie Mellon University, where we assigned the same dorm floor, joined the same fraternity, and ended up drinking a lot of beer together. By our junior year, we became fascinated with the beer industry, and so over Thanksgiving break that year, we decided to change our life plan and start a brewery. The next day, we used our fake IDs at the Boston Beer Company to go on a tour, and we said to ourselves, make beer, sell beer. It's that simple, and it's that hard. As a side note, our fraternity motto was the true gentleman, so when we came back to campus and told them of our plans to start a brewery, their response was like, what, brew gentleman? The name stuck. So our senior year, we spent our time working on our business plan, learning how to brew beer, almost getting kicked out of school for it, and graduated in 2012 and found our home in Braddock. Richly historic area, Braddock was the heart of Andrew Carnegie's steel empire, but was decimated by the collapse of the industry. However, what we saw was an opportunity to help rebuild and reinvent Braddock. So, over the course of the next 2 years, we raised some funds and embarked on a crazy long renovation project, DIY renovation project, to convert this old electrical supply store into this, the Brew Gentleman Beer Company. Over 85% of our volume is sold in our taproom in Braddock, which you can see right here. And we've got about a dozen accounts in Pittsburgh and a wait list of over 100 that we simply can't provide enough beer for. Our lineup consists of 3 core flagships: White Sky, a chai wheat beer, General Braddock's IPA, which the judges have right now, and Carnegie Premium, our take on the American Blonde Ale. We've got an extremely talented head brewer who focuses a lot on farmhouse ales and soft, juicy pale ales, so a number of our seasonals and special releases fall into those categories. We also host a number of programs at the brewery that allow us to showcase beer's versatility as a medium for other great experiences, as we truly believe that there's a beer for all occasions. We always wanted to put Pittsburgh, our goal has always been to put Pittsburgh beer on the map. So to prepare for this growth, we've built a number of company resources like this, our company style guide, to ensure that our brand, our values, and our voice remain clear and consistent as we expand. We're also in the process of planning a full-scale production facility and have assembled a board of advisors to help us on the journey. While our youth has been incredibly valuable and allowed us to have a fresh perspective on the industry, our lack of experience is definitely our greatest weakness. We've been able to get to where we are because of our willingness to learn, and the Japanese call that mindset shoshin, to approach all things with a beginner's mindset. So we're here today to not only share our story, but to learn as much as possible and to compete for a chance to learn even more. Cheers.
My mouth got
Awesome.
really
Well,
dry.
again, another brand, very clean, very awesome looking brand. Clearly, I see some hazy New England style IPAs up here. What do you think of the beer?
Personally, I liked it. It came off as crisp and refreshing. I was wondering though why you said you hired a head brewer, right? Mm-hmm. And he focuses mainly on farmhouse ales, but it seems like none of the beers that are in your main portfolio are farmhouse ales.
Yeah, so that's actually, we have an entire another concept that we're developing we got a couple fooders on order. We've got 2 tanks, one just arrived today actually, for that entire line. So we've got stuff that's been sitting in barrels for over a year now that we're getting ready to pull.
Okay.
And again, a big taproom focus, 85% of sales, you said, going through the taproom. Kind of crossing that bridge and getting out into a more mainstream channel. How do you think that process is going to be for them, Luis?
Yeah, I mean, I like that you guys want to be the Pittsburgh brewery. That's pretty big. How's the local market in Pittsburgh as far as brewers?
Well, Southern Tier is putting a tap room in Pittsburgh, so
Right.
probably pretty.
But how about other breweries?
So there's a few that have kind of been the old guard. There's, Penn Brewery, which was for a while Pittsburgh's brewery. But really, there's a lot of startups like us, young guys, 2 years. Like the month we opened, 2 other breweries opened. So it's still in a very infant stage. Everyone says if the zombie apocalypse happens, they want to be in Pittsburgh because everything happens 10 years later there. So yeah,
I can relate.
there's a lot of room.
I love the beer. I love the whole thing. It's really nice.
Thank you.
Michael,
Yeah.
what do you think of their story and their brand positioning, the Brew Gentleman?
Yeah, I think the brand is, it looks beautiful. The packaging is beautiful. There's a lot of great little elements in here that I don't understand when I look at them, but I'm curious about them, and it makes me want to learn more. Like the numbers inside the Pennsylvania shield, aligning it with your address, but giving it a visual to that is really cool. Like, there's just a nice little kind of fun elements in there. I got to say, I think it's the first frat boy beer startup story I've ever heard.
Fraternity, you wouldn't call your country a cunt.
It's been interesting. I like, it's different than the 2 guys in a garage story that we've heard a million times. It's a different context. It's a different feel. I think it comes through in everything that you've put together. So I think it's cool.
Thank you very much.
And Carmen, final word, maybe on the opportunity to collaborate with a company like this?
Yeah, absolutely. Bro high fives for matching costumes. That's awesome. And so good work there. But I also really appreciated that you guys are very young and also very self-aware. I love that you said you have a willingness to learn. And to me, that's really important, especially for where you're at in this stage. So good work.
Thank you very much, guys.
Awesome. Nice work, guys. Cheers. Yeah, great job. Hey there, if you're enjoying our coverage of the craft beer business, please consider subscribing to our YouTube channel or watching some more of our great content already uploaded.